Okay, so fine. So here, in the previous session, we have discussed on different topics, especially Krishna is the source of all incarnation. Factually speaking, Krishna is the original form of the Lord. He is not the expansion as we popularly understand. He is not expanded from Lord Vishnu, rather, Vishnu is expanded from Lord Krishna. And that we have discussed in detail in our previous class. So now we are going to discuss, continue with a small recap. So last week we had discussed that Krishna expands into Balramji, and the Balramji again expands into four form. They are called as first Chaturvyuha form. Now, what is this first Chaturvyuha form? These are the forms of the Lord which has a specific role to play in the creation. So generally, this first Chaturvyuha form takes care of the internal dham of the Lord. What are the internal dham of the Lord? They are Golok Dham, Mathura Dham, Dwarka Dham. So these dhams are protected and administered over by this four form of Lord Vishnu, and this four form of the Vishnu are expansion of none other than Lord Balram himself. So this four vyuha, as we had discussed in the previous session, I have discussed this thing elaborately. If somebody was not there for yesterday's class, they can go to our channel and they can hear the recorded class. They can understand it. So I will not go much in detail, but all this expansion, Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha, they have a specific role to play in the cosmic administration. So from this first Chaturvyuha form, there is a Sankarshana. Now this Sankarshan, from him again the expansion happens. Now at this time the expansion happens in terms of four-handed Narayana form. And this four-handed Narayana form presides over each Vaikuntha in the spiritual world. As you might remember, we have discussed there are unlimited Vaikuntha in the spiritual world. Vaikuntha is not the only one place. There are innumerable Vaikuntha planets. And in that Vaikuntha planets, there is one Narayana form which presides over that Vaikuntha. As well as we have seen that there are multiple incarnations that happens in this world. Those incarnations are also present in that Vaikuntha Dham, already existing, just like Matsya, Narsimha, Varaha, Vamana. All these different incarnations of the Lord, they already exist in the Vaikuntha planets. And every incarnation have their own Vaikuntha planets, where the devotees of that incarnation resides with that form of the Lord. Just like the devotees of Lord Ram stays in Ayodhya Vaikuntha along with Lord Ram. Okay, those who are devotees of Lord Narsingadev, they stay in the Narsingha Dham along with Narsingha devotees. So similarly, there are unlimited Vaikuntha planets, and all this form of Lord Vishnu or the avatars which we see, they come from this Sankarshan form of the Lord. So the first Chaturvyuha means the four forms of Lord Vishnu, and this four form has Aniruddha, Vasudev, Pradyumna, and Sankarshan. From this Sankarshan, there are unlimited Narayana forms comes out, expands. And this Narayana is a presiding deity over all the Vaikuntha planets. So each Vaikuntha have a specific four-handed Narayana there. Each Vaikuntha have Narayana. So that means unlimited Vaikunthas. So there are unlimited Narayanas. Okay. So all this Narayana expansion comes from this Sankarshan. Sankarshan of first Chaturvyuha form. Okay. So now, again, now since a Narayana is expanded into every Vaikuntha, now that Vaikuntha also required administration. So what happens? Now, each Vaikuntha Narayan again expands into four forms. Each Vaikuntha Narayan expands into four forms. That is called as Chaturvyuha form. Okay, that is a second Chaturvyuha. That is the second Chaturvyuha form. As you can see in the screen, that Vasudev Pradyumna, they are the four forms of Lord Vishnu that takes care of individual Vaikuntha. So in that sense, there are unlimited Vaikunthas, and that means there are unlimited second Chaturvyuha form, because every Vaikuntha is administered over by these four people. Okay, so like that. So it may appear confusing. You will say, why there is so many expansions required? But it is required. So the first Chaturvyuha takes care of very internal uh, internal dham, that is Golok dham, Mathura dham, and Dwarka dham. This dham administration is done by first Chaturvyuha, whereas second Chaturvyuha takes care of each and every Vaikuntha's administration. So that is how it is expansion. So here in a tabular form, I have summarized the role or aspect of first Chaturvyuha and second Chaturvyuha. So the first Chaturvyuha expand from Lord Balram, whereas second Chaturvyuhas, they expand from Lord Sankarshan. First incarnate, first Sankarshan. That is Sankarshan of first Chaturvyuha. From them comes the second expansion of the Chaturvyuha. Location of first Chaturvyuha is Mathura, Dwarka, and Goloka, whereas second Chaturvyuha stays in Vaikuntha. They are taking care of the Vaikuntha. Their purpose is Leela or pastimes, whereas second Chaturvyuha is mostly into creation and management. They take care of the creation and management of the different Vaikuntha planets. What is the mood of this first Chaturvyuha? This intimacy plus majesty. That means in Golok Dham, these four forms of Lord Vishnu, Chaturvyuha form, they are intimately taking participation in Krishna's various pastimes. Whereas in second Chaturvyuha form, the mood is full of majesty, that means servitorship. They serve Lord Narayan in that Vaikuntha. So their mood is service attitude. Okay. So they are generally, the first Chaturvyuha is generally a personal expansion of the Lord, whereas second Chaturvyuha is functional expansion of the Lord. So first Chaturvyuha takes care into expanding the Leela of the Lord, whereas second Chaturvyuha generally involve themselves in expanding the creation, especially spiritual world and the material world too. So these are basically the difference between the two Chaturvyuha form. Okay. So this way, let me summarize you again. From Krishna expands Lord Balram. From Krishna comes Balram. From Balram comes first Chaturvyuha. From first Chaturvyuha's Sankarshan comes unlimited Narayan form, which takes charge of unlimited Vaikuntha. Okay. From that first Sankarshan again expands into second Chaturvyuha form. Okay, this second Chaturvyuha form takes care of the administration of all Vaikuntha planets, or each Vaikuntha planets, they take care of it. So in that sense, unlimited Vaikuntha has unlimited second Chaturvyuha form. Okay, now from the Sankarshan of second Chaturvyuha, from the Sankarshan of second Chaturvyuha comes Purusha incarnation, which creates the material world. So the world which we are staying, this material world is coming from the Sankarshan of the second Chaturvyuha. Okay, that we will discuss in further. Uh, till now, if anybody have any questions, you can please ask, so that uh, if there is any confusion, that can be removed in the beginning itself. Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah. Hare Krishna Prabhu. question here.
Yes. Yes.
Uh, so where exactly all this has been mentioned, in which scriptures or uh,
So this thing has been mentioned in Srimad Bhagavad Puran, third canto, especially second canto and third canto. A small description, not vivid description, is given, but second canto and third canto describes how the first Purusha incarnation happens from the Adi Sankarshan. Okay. Whereas the detailed explanation can be found out in Laghu Bhagavatamrita, which is nothing but the compilation of Padma Puran and Skanda Puran given by Rupa Goswami. Okay. So if you want to read, there is one more book called Teachings of Lord Chaitanya. In that book also, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself describe all this unlimited avatar form to Sanatan Goswami. When Sanatan Goswami met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so at that time, it is specially popularly known as Sanatan Shiksha. So you can read that description. So there also it has been mentioned. So Chaitanya Charitamrita, teachings of Lord Chaitanya, Laghu Bhagavatamrita are the source of this description. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Anything else? Anybody have anything to ask? Okay.
I,
So
I have
then,
I,
yes,
I have one
yes,
question, Prabhu.
yes,
So you mentioned that from second second Chaturvyuha Shankarsan form, Mahavishnu comes for the
yes,
material world, right?
yes, yes,
But you also mentioned that there are innumerable second Chaturvyuha form.
yes.
So from those innumerable second Chaturvyuha Shankarsan, from which or is that like for each expansion of that second Chaturvyuha material worlds creates, or is there a specific? Yeah.
No, Prabhu. First of all, the question is very wonderful, interesting. That's true. There are unlimited Vaikuntha planets, and each Vaikuntha planet have a Chaturvyuha form. But this, the Sankarshan which we are speaking about, this is for the let's say for the material world. Let's say among all the Vaikunthas, there is one specific part of creation called this material area or material world area. So this material world area also needs to be taken care or administered by the Lord Vishnu himself. So one of the unlimited second Chaturvyuha incarnation, one of the Sankarshan of one of the Chaturvyuha or second Chaturvyuha form takes care of the creation aspect of the material world. So among all unlimited second Chaturvyuha Sankarshan, only one Sankarshan takes care of the unlimited expanse of the material world. Okay.
Okay, makes sense.
Okay.
Um, but there are innumerable material worlds, right? And every material world has different Brahma, right? Like four-headed Brahma, eight-headed Brahma, like that.
Yes.
But
Yes.
that all of them are created from this one Mahavishnu only, right?
Yes. 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 That will come
Um,
in further discussion. We will go and
Okay,
in that also.
okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Anybody else? Uh,
Yes, David, you have any question? Okay. So, as you can see on the screen, anybody like to read this passage from the screen?
no, sorry, sweet. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Thank you, David, for joining. Anybody like to read the passage on the screen? Anyone?
I can read, Prabhu.
Yes, Rashmi Mataji, please read.
From Krishna comes Balaram. From Balaram comes first Chaturvyuha expansion, Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. From Sankarshan of first Chaturvyuha comes unlimited Narayana forms for unlimited Vaikuntha planets. From each Narayana form comes second Chaturvyuha expansions, Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. From Sankarshan of the second Chaturvyuha comes Mahavishnu, who creates the material world.
So, in one sense, this whole discussion has been summarized in this passage. As you can see here, the image has been given, so you can understand from this image also. So that is how the whole spiritual creation has been mentioned in the scriptures, how the spiritual world expands into unlimited Narayana forms. And for that purpose, there are unlimited administrative rule of the Lord, and all these are also Lord Narayan himself. Now the question arises, why Krishna has to have so much expansions? Again, if you remember in our first session of this seminar, we had discussed that Krishna is very much, you can say, happy in playing with his own cowherd friends. He doesn't want to get bothered by this all creation and maintenance and aspect of the uh, spiritual or material world. So what he does, he expands himself so that that task can be taken care of by one of the expansion of the Lord, whereas he himself will not be bothered by the other aspect. So he will be free to play and have pastimes with his devotees. So all these expansion you see are nothing but these are the different forms which takes care of the creation aspect and jiva aspect of the Lord. So all the Shakti Tattva, the philosophical form, Shakti Tattva, Jiva Tattva, all these tattvas are being taken care of by this Narayana form. So that's how Krishna simplifies by taking different manifestation. So again, please understand, these are nothing but the spiritual aspect of manifestation. Now, what we are going to discuss hereafter are very much important. Now, there are different Narayana forms. Now, does it mean that all all can be called as Narayan? No. Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself says that different forms, the different names of the Lord comes from the different position of the ayudhas in the hand of Lord Narayan. Now, what does that mean? Let me show you the next screen. Now, as you can see, here it is said, just like, since I was not able to make it proper, but so just as an indication purpose, there is one form of Narayan and he has four ayudhas. Ayudhas means four objects in his hand: Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. Shankha means conch, Chakra means disc, Gada means mace, and Padma means flower. So these these four ayudhas or four objects in the hand of the Lord, in which position it is kept determines the name of the Lord. Just like one, one a name, there is one form, the Chaturbhuja form of the Lord Vishnu is there. What is his name? It depends on which object is present in which hand. Now here, this Govinda is the name of Lord Narayan. Okay, Govinda. Don't misunderstand the name Govinda with Krishna here. It is a name of Narayan, and it is given Govinda name. Why it is called Govinda? This Govinda name is given on the basis of which ayudha is placed in which hand. Now here we can see the chakra is placed at the lower right.
Prabhu,
Sorry,
your
Prabhu,
screen.
Hare Krishna. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Prabhu.
slide has not
Slide
changed.
has not changed, Prabhu.
Oh, really? Okay, sorry
Yeah.
for that. Now is it visible?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, sorry for that mistake. Okay, so here you can see the order used is as lower right, upper left, and lower left. Okay, so now here in the Govinda, as you can see, lower right hand has chakra, upper right hand has mace or gada, upper left hand has padma, and lower left hand has shankha. So if this form of Narayan has this position of Ayudhas, that means that Narayana is called as Govinda. Similarly, if the Narayana has Gada at lower right, Shankha at upper right, Padma at upper left, and Chakra at lower left, then that form of Narayana is called as Sankarshan. And similarly, here Vishnu also. So we will take some example so that you can understand. Okay. Now here, as you can see, can you see the new page?
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhu.
Prabhu.
Yes. Okay. So now here we'll play a game so that you can understand. Now I have listed 24 names of the Lord, depending on the ayudas in their hand. As you can see, the Vasudev name in the bracket I have written CSGP. C for Chakra, S for Shankha, G for Gada, and P for Padma. Okay. So similarly, different ayudhas in which hand it has, the name is been given, and the order used is as lower right, upper left, and lower left. So in this image of Lord Vishnu, you can see the lower right hand has Shankha. Okay. Upper right have Chakra. Upper left have Gada. And lower left have Padma. So it means S, Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. That means S, C, G, P. Now, can you identify this sequence in this list of the...
Sankarshan.
Sorry?
Sankarshan.
Correct. Sankarshan. So this form of the Lord is called as Sankarshan. Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. As you can see, he has Shankha, then Chakra, then Gada, then Padma. Very nice. Now we will have one more. Okay. Now take this photo. Now can you identify which form of the Lord is this? What is his name? He has Gada, Chakra, Shankha, and Padma. That is the order.
Aniruddha.
Aniruddha.
Gada, Chakra, Shankha, and Padma is
Madhav.
Aniruddha.
Madhav.
No, Gada, Chakra, Shankha, Padma, Aniruddha. Oh, it is. Yeah, I think there is mistake I have done. Okay. Anyway, yes, Aniruddha and Madhav can be. I made a mistake in typing, I think. Okay. Anyway, so yes, Aniruddha and Madhav can be named. One more photo. Now, can you identify what is the name of this Vishnu form? Gada, Shankha, Chakra, Padma. Gada, Shankha, Chakra, Padma. Adhokshaja. Correct. Adhokshaja. Gada, Shankha, Chakra, and Padma. His name is Adhokshaja. Correct. Now let us have one more. Now, what is the name of this form of Lord Vishnu? Padma, Chakra, Shankha, Gada.
Narayana.
Vamana.
No, it is Padma, Chakra.
Oh, Padma. Yeah, Padma.
What is his name?
Trivikrama.
Padma. No, it is not Trivikrama. Padma, Chakra, Shankha, Gada.
It's Narayana.
It's Narayana. Correct.
Yeah.
Padma, Chakra, Shankha, Gada. His form is
Narayana. Yeah.
Narayana. Correct. Correct. Now, one more photo. Now, what is the name of this form of Lord Vishnu? Chakra, Shankha, Padma, and Gada. Chakra, Shankha, Padma, and Gada.
Madhusudana.
Madhusudana. Correct. Chakra, Shankha, Padma, and Gada. His name is Madhusudana. One more photo. This very famous photo, as we can see in Ishopnishad poster, right? So what is his name now? Now, please, you can tell me.
Trivikrama, I think.
It is Padma, Shankha, Gada, Chakra. Padma, Shankha, Gada, Chakra.
Damodar.
Damodara.
Yes. Padma, Shankha, Gada, Chakra. His name is Lord Damodara. So this is the last one. Let me see who can find out first. Gada, Chakra, Shankha, Padma.
Madhava.
Aniruddha.
Yes, correct. Madhava and Aniruddha. I think I made a mistake in typing that thing. So uh, benefit of means you can both can name can be given to that. You can check out in Chaitanya Charitamrita if you like. So yes, Aniruddha or Madhava, any of this name is valid. So in that way, as you can see, the name of the Lord Vishnu is been given based on what ayudha is placed in which hand, and that's why we see that sometimes some temple we go, we have a different name for the Lord. So these are the 24 names as given in the Shastras, especially Chaitanya Charitamrita, as spoken by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Sanatan Goswami. So only 24 names are being given. So one can find these names for the Lord. So if you go to any Vishnu temple, let's say, any Vishnu temple, and if you find this form, if you find this ayudhas kept in the form, so you can immediately ascertain what is the name of that Lord, or what is the name of that form of the Lord. So generally, when you go to the Balaji temple, if you remember, if you go to the Balaji temple at Tirupati, does anybody remember what are the ayudhas are kept in their hand? If they can remember or something like that. Okay. Anyone? Any guess? Okay. It is generally Gada, Chakra, Padma, and Gada, sorry, Gada, Chakra, Shankha, and Padma. But in the Balaji's hand, in place of Padma, it is butter, a sweet butter bowl is there. So in that way, we can see Gada, Gada, Chakra, Shankha, Padma. So in that way,
Madhava.
Gada, Chakra, Shankha. So it is Madhava. So his name can be given as Madhava. So Balaji. The name itself says Balaji. Balaji means Bala Krishna. So he has generally holds a butter, a soft uh, butter in his hand. So that's why he's called Balaji, means small form of the Lord. But generally we worship him in his uh, youth form mostly. But Srila Prabhupada says Balaji means Bala Krishna, like that. So in that sense, we can understand the name of that Lord, keeping the ayudhas in his hand. Okay. Any question till now on this, so that we can go ahead with the next topic? Anything like you have questions regarding this discussion? Okay, so then we can go to the next topic.
Sorry, I have a question.
Yes, Prabhu.
So the question I have is, if you go back a few slides, I'm pretty confused. So we all think that Lord Krishna is an incarnation of Lord Vishnu, but your chart showed Krishna on top, then Balram, and Mahavishnu on the very bottom. So I'm confused by the whole thing there.
Yes, it's quite natural, Ashish ji. The thing is that, see, it is just like that. Uh, no need to get confused. Sometimes we see in the school, the teacher says to the student that a lower number is subtracted from the greater number, or a smaller number can be subtracted from the bigger number. So that is a true thing. And the student may grow up with the same understanding that it is not possible to subtract bigger number from the smaller number. Why? Because the student is small. He is beginner in studies of mathematics. But when he grows up, when he advances into higher education, he realizes that there is something called as negative number. In that, in that mathematics, we can subtract a bigger number from the smaller number, and the resultant number will be negative number also. So, does it mean that his primary teacher was speaking lie? No, it is not lie. Only thing is that the knowledge was limited based on the uh, advancement of the student. Now, when the student advances more in its education, he gets higher and higher understanding of the mathematics. Similarly, our till now what we have learned is that Krishna is an incarnation or an avatar of Lord Vishnu. That's true. That is nothing wrong in that. But when we go deeper into the spiritual aspect, if we go more deeper in advanced understanding of spirituality, the scriptures do say that from Krishna comes Narayana. Now, why I am saying all these things? There are two scriptures, famous scriptures called as Srimad Bhagavad Puran, and there is something called as Brahma Samhita. These two scriptures does say that Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam. The first canto, third chapter, shloka number 28, describes that Ete cha amshakala pumsam Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam. In that verse, it is mentioned that whatever incarnation of the Lord we have till now described, in that list of incarnation, Krishna to Bhagwan Swayam. Krishna is the original personality of Godhead. That means from Krishna, all the incarnation have appeared. In the Brahma Samhita also it is said, Ishvaraha Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha. That means Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karan. So Krishna is the original source of all other things, of all the material and creation. So the scriptures does say how even Narayana also appears. So till now, most of the times you must have heard that our knowledge was limited only to this material creation. But what is there beyond material creation? What is there in Vaikuntha? What is there? What is the varieties in available in Vaikuntha? Very hardly or very few people describe about it. But the scriptures are there, especially Padma Puran and Skanda Puran. These two Purans also describe the varieties or variegatedness available in the spiritual world. And in that spiritual world, the topmost planet is Krishna Loka or Goloka Dham, where Lord Krishna personally resides eternally. It is not that Krishna manifests his form, rather, avatar means, since you were not there in the previous class, that's why this problem is there, because the meaning of avatara is to descend. Now, descend from where? Descend from the spiritual world. That means that already that form exists in the spiritual world, and whenever there is need of that avatar in the material world, Lord himself descend from the spiritual world to the material creation. So it is not that Lord Narsingadev created that form. No, Narsingadev already exists in the spiritual world. Whenever there is a need for having a Narsinga Leela, so the same Narsinga from the spiritual Vaikuntha comes down to the this material world to perform his Leela. Similarly, Krishna is already existing in the spiritual world. Whenever there is a need of having a Krishna Leela pastime here, Krishna descends from his spiritual abode to this material world. So it is not that Krishna creates his form. It is not that God takes the form. God doesn't take the form. He descends from his spiritual abode. Is that okay?
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you so much. And you actually answered another question I had in my mind. So thank you.
Thank you, Ashish. Okay. Anything else? Or shall we go ahead? Okay, fine. So let us go ahead and understand the further aspect. So now, as we can see, I again went back to the slide where it is saying that from Lord Balram, that is, Balram is a Tadaitmatma roop of Lord Krishna. Okay. From this form, there are two categories of expansion happens. That is called as Svansha Rupa and the other is called Vilasa Rupa. Till now, we have discussed about Vilasa Rupa, that is four-handed form that are expansion of Lord Balram and that are manifested in unlimited universe, unlimited Vaikuntha planets. Now, let us discuss about material world. So, in the material world where we are staying, in that material world, Lord expand into many categories of avatar. They are generally Svansharupa. They are generally Svansharupa, and this Svansharupa is categorized into six types of avatar. It is not that Krishna have only six avatar. No, they are types of avatar. They are called as Leela avatar, Guna avatar, Purusha avatar, Manvantar avatar, Yuga avatar, and Shaktavesh avatar. These six types or six categories of avatar is visible only in the material world. They are not visible in the spiritual world. In the sense, they don't perform pastimes in the spiritual world. They appear in the spiritual world, and of course, many of this, especially Leela avatars of the Lord, they do exist in the spiritual world, as we had discussed recently. So, so these six are the categories of avatar. So we are going to discuss each and every category in detail. Okay. So Svansharupa are the expansion of the Lord in material world, whereas Vilasarupa are the four-handed expansion of the Lord in the spiritual world. That is how that's description are. So let us go ahead with the further understanding. So what is Purusha avatar? Let us have first discussion of the Purusha avatar. So in Satvata Tantra, this verse is given. Anybody like to read this verse? Anyone? No need
I
to read Sanskrit, only English can be read also.
I can read.
Yes, please, Raminta Mataji.
Vishnu has three forms called Purushas. The first, Mahavishnu, is the creator of the total material energy, Mahat. The second is Garbo Dakshayi, who is situated within each universe. And the third is Kshiro Dakshayi, who lives in the heart of every living being. He who knows these three becomes liberated from the clutches of Maya.
Correct. So, excuse me. So, generally, this incarnation of the Lord, excuse me, there is some disturbance out there. Hare Krishna. Sorry for that disturbance. Okay. So, this verse from the Sattva Tantra clears that there are three Purusha avatar or three forms of Lord Vishnu that takes care of the creation of this material world. And it is said in the Sattva Tantra that whoever understands these three forms is already liberated. So, if you want liberation, if somebody is aspiring for liberation, if anybody just understand the science behind these three avatars, how they interact or how they act, so one will be liberated from this material world itself. So, what is this three? So, it is said that there are three avatars. One is called as Mahavishnu, second is called as Garbhodakshay Vishnu, and third is called as Shirodakshay Vishnu. Now, please remember these words. Sometimes it may be confusing. We will discuss each and everything about these forms of the Lord. Okay, don't worry. It will come in further slides. So now Purusha Avatar. The first is Karodakshay Vishnu. You must have heard or known about this avatar. This photo is very famous. You must have heard that Lord Vishnu sleeps in the water, ocean water. And from that and from his body comes unlimited Brahmandas. You must have heard somewhere. But who is that form of Lord Vishnu? His name is Karnadakshay Vishnu or Mahavishnu. So now where he stays generally. Now as you have seen, again I will show that photo to you. Okay. If you remember this photo, if you know, in the first class we have shown you this photo, the photo of creation. This is the spiritual world where Lord Krishna stays and at Goloka Dham. When we come down, so there comes the Vaikuntha Loka. And as you can see, below this, the below part of this photo is this Karana ocean. In this Karana ocean stays this Karnadakshay Vishnu. As you can see on the screen, there is this Vishnu. If you can see my cursor up here, I am just rotating that cursor. So there are unlimited Brahmandas. As you can see, this round elliptical balls, they are nothing but the Brahmanda or the universe. Okay, and in each universe, in each universe, there is one more Vishnu form, as you can see here on the screen. This Vishnu lie down on the bed of a snake called Ananta Shesha, and at his feet, Mother Lakshmi presses his feet, and from his navel comes Lord Brahma. Okay, from his navel comes Lord Brahma. So now, in this discussion about Karnadakshay Vishnu, let us focus only now on Karnadakshay Vishnu so that we are not confused. Okay. So in this photo, we see that Vishnu lying in the water of causal ocean is the first incarnation of the Purusha. Through these, countless universes are created and dissolved. So how the universes are created? So whenever Lord, this Mahavishnu or Karadakshay Vishnu exhales, unlimited universes come out of his breath or from his body pores. And whenever he inhales, all the universes again get into his body and all the universes are destroyed. So that is how the time span of that universe is. The time span of the universe is just one breath of Lord Vishnu. So this unlimited universes comes out by exhaling, and unlimited universes again go back into the body of the Lord by inhaling. And that is how pralaya takes place also. Pralaya means destruction of this cosmic creation. So that is how the situations are. And this material universe are only 1/4 of the creation of the spiritual world. So spiritual world is 3/4 of the creation, whereas material world is the 1/4 of the creation. And that is completely taken care of by this Karadakshay Vishnu. So Mahavishnu himself remains in a state of a sleep and plays in the ocean of causal water. When he exhales, infinite universes emerges from his pores, and when he inhales, all universes are contained within his body. The tenure of the entire created world is a single breath of Vishnu, Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu conceives physical nature only by his sight. So generally what happens when Mahavishnu put his sight, just when he put his glance on this material world, all the living entity gets impregnated in this universes. Just like there is an egg, as we know, the egg gets impregnated by a male hen or cock. So the hen and cock is there. So hen can only produce egg, whereas without the help of the cock, the egg cannot fertilize. So similarly, from Krishna's or Vishnu's body only all the Brahmanda comes out. that is material nature. And when Vishnu glances on this universes or on this in this on this material creation, so by his glance, all the material universes, all the material prakriti becomes impregnated. So there is no need for Lord Vishnu to have personal contact with the material creation. By his glance, all these material universes get impregnated. And in that way, the jiva appears in each and every universes. So this happens because of Karnodakshay Vishnu. Okay, so this happens because of Karnodakshay Vishnu. Now, now there are unlimited universes came out from the body of Mahavishnu. So in each and every universe, as you can see from this photo, in each and every of this, as you can see this cursor which I am showing on the screen. So all these universes have one more Vishnu form. So there are unlimited Brahmandas or unlimited universes that came out of the Mahavishnu, and in each and every universe there is one more Vishnu that enters, and his name is Garbhodakshay Vishnu. His name is Garbhodakshay Vishnu. So there is one Vishnu from whom all the universes comes out, and there is second Vishnu who enters into each and every universes. Okay, so first avatar, the first Purusha avatar, he takes care of cosmic creation. He takes care of material cosmic creation. Whereas the second Vishnu avatar called Garbhodakshay Vishnu enters into every universes to take care of that universal creation. He takes care of that universal creation. So when we see that Lord Brahma coming out of the navel of Lord Vishnu, who is that Vishnu? That Vishnu is Garbhodakshay Vishnu. Okay, he is not Mahavishnu, he is Garbhodakshay Vishnu from whose navel comes Lord Brahma. And we see here Mother Lakshmi is already present serving at the feet of Lord Vishnu, Garbhodakshay Vishnu. I have heard, we know the story from Puranas during Samudra Manthan Leela. We have heard that Lakshmi ji is the daughter of ocean, and that's why she is called as Sagar Kanya or some ocean daughter. And we see the pastime that Lakshmi Devi is married to Lord Vishnu. So does it mean that Lakshmi Devi was not existing before this Samudra Manthan Leela? No, it is not like that. It was just a pastime. So it is one of the incarnation of Lord Vishnu in this material world called Ajita. Ajita is none other than incarnation of Lord Vishnu, and that Lakshmi Devi who was born from the milk ocean was married to this Ajita incarnation. That also we will going to discuss in further discussion again. So please understand. So this Lakshmi Devi is eternally residing with Garbhodakshay Vishnu. Okay. So and who is that Garbh and this Garbhodak ocean? Lord Vishnu just relaxes. He closes his eyes and he just relaxes. He is not bothered about what is happening in that ocean. And from him, Lord Brahma appears. And Brahma, he, the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam elaborately describes about the birth of Lord Brahma and how Garbhodakshay Vishnu instruct him to create the material world. So that is called as secondary creation. The first creation is done by Lord Vishnu, whereas Lord Brahma does the secondary creation called Visarga. Sarga and Visarga. Sarga is done by Lord Vishnu, whereas Visarga is done by Lord Brahma. So that's why we understand that Brahmaji is the creator, but he is a secondary creator. Who is the primary creator? Primary creator is his father, Lord Vishnu, from whom he is born, from his navel. So that is the situation. Okay. Only I am speaking is not good. Anybody like to read this passage, this slide here? Anyone?
This last line, Prabhu?
No, all the things.
All. Okay, Purushavatar, Garbhodakshai Vishnu. The second incarnation of the Purusha who enters every universe. Brahma is born from the lotus of his navel. In every universe, Mahavishnu enters as this Garbhodakshai Vishnu and activates the process of creation. Half the universe is filled with the ocean called Garbhodak, which is made from the sweat of God. Lord Garbhodakshai is resting on the bed of Anantashesha's snake in the ocean. This process is called Sarga, first creation. The subsequent creation by Brahma is called Visarga, second creation.
Yes, Mataji. So here we can see this Garbhodak ocean is created by the Lord himself, and it is made of the sweat of the Lord. It is made from the sweat of the Lord Vishnu himself. So for us, you can understand, we can feel that, oh, such a dirty thing, it is a sweat. No, a dirty thing, our sweat is dirty, but Krishna's sweat is transcendental, it is divine. So Lord Vishnu resides or lie down on in that ocean of Garbhodaka, which is nothing but the sweat of Lord himself. And it is half filled, it is filling half of the universe. Now, you must have heard about the story of Lord Varahadev, right? Hiranyaksha, he took Mother Earth and hide in the depth of the ocean. Now, many people ask, how is it possible? Because they think that ocean is there only on the Earth planet. So, how can Earth be kept, can be dipped into another ocean? So, which is that ocean? That ocean is nothing but the same Garbhodaka ocean. In this Garbhodaka ocean, Hiranyaksha submerged earth in that pastime. And Lord Varahadev, he fought with Hiranyaksha in this water of Garbhodaka only. Okay, so that pastime has happened within that Garbhodaka ocean. Fine? Okay. Any questions till now?
Yes, Prabhu, I have.
Yes, please, Mataji.
Like when there is Garbhodaka ocean, so my understanding is that the planet the planets are still not there, right? I mean, the or as we are saying that subsequent creation was created, so means along with this creation, Garbhodaka ocean is still there.
Okay. I will try to explain.
Yes.
See,
Thank you.
just imagine that Mahavishnu excelled. Just now, Mahavishnu excelled. So, unlimited universes came out. Okay. So, now let us focus on one universe. Just now, the universe has been created. So, what will happen? Lord Mahavishnu will glance on that ocean, on that universe. His glance will impregnate that universe with many living entities. So to manage that living entities, another form of Vishnu called Garbhodakshai Vishnu enters into that. Till now, nothing is happening within that universe. That universe is completely blank. Nothing is happening. Only Garbhodakshai Vishnu has entered into that universe. So what he does initially, when he sees everything is empty, he fills the ocean. He fills the universe with his ocean. And then he lies down on the bed of Ananta Shesha along with Mother Lakshmi. And after some time, Lord Brahma sprouts up from the navel of Lord Vishnu. When Brahma wakes up, that is his birth. That is the birth of Lord Brahma. That is mentioned in Bhagavatam 3rd canto. So, when Brahma is born, Brahma becomes bewildered because he doesn't see anything. He only sees himself, and everything there is dark. So Brahma is sitting on the lotus flower and he's searching everywhere. Who am I? Where am I? All these details are given in third canto of Bhagavatam. So after pleasing Lord Vishnu, means Brahmaji does tapasya, and by doing tapasya, Lord Vishnu becomes very pleased, and he takes the blessing from Lord Vishnu, and Lord Vishnu instruct him how to perform the creation process that is called as secondary creation. So now hereafter Brahma start creating. He creates 14 planetary systems. From him comes the first living entity called Chatushkumar, and then all subsequent creation happens after that. So your question was that it was already existing. Yes, it was already existing before the birth of Lord Brahma. Okay.
Okay, so the earth that Lord Brahma created, that fell into this ocean.
Yes, that not fell. Hiranyaksha took the earth and
Huh.
dipped it into the ocean.
Right, right.
And this is the ocean called Garbhodaka ocean.
Yes, Prabhu. So this is definitely, it is said that it is filled with perspiration of Lord. Is there anything about the Karana ocean?
Karana ocean is the Viraja river. It is not the sweat. Nothing has been mentioned about it. It is the Viraja ocean, which generally divides the spiritual world and material world.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, fine. Yes, Antaranga Mataji, your hand is up. Any questions?
Yes, Prabhu, I had a doubt. Hare Krishna. I
Yes, ma'am.
had heard that the material universe, is filled one third by the Garbhodaka ocean, and the Garbhodaka Vishnu lies in that ocean. So when Hiranyaksha he threw the earth, it went down in that Garbhodaka ocean. So it is like the universe is not completely filled by the ocean, but one third is filled. That's what I had heard. So I just wanted to clarify. Is
Yes,
it correct?
Mataji, it is not completely filled. I have also said it is half filled. But yeah, the confusion may arise because somewhere it is said as half filled, somewhere it is called as one third filled. So it doesn't matter much as such whether it is half filled or one third filled. It is filled somewhere. Not fully filled, of course, because the material creation has to be done. We also understand by the fifth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam that the Bhumandala is at the center or the at the halfway of the universe. Okay, so that again shows that this Bhumandala is just above, or you can say this causal ocean is just below the Bhumandala. Okay, that is another part that is that if we go there it will become a new Pandora box will open, so I will not go much in detail of that. But certainly if you all uh, think, if in further seminars I can also take up the uh, universal structure also. Forget, let us focus on this. Anything else now? Is that okay, Mataji?
That one,
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you.
Yes, anything
Prabhu,
else?
Prabhu, one more I had, if
Yes.
that is okay. Um, Prabhu, so secondary creation, you said that Brahmaji created all these planets also. I have also read in Bhagavatam that this stem of this lotus has the 14 planetary system. So what is that? I mean, is that different, or is it transcendental planets, or what is that?
Okay, I will show you the photo again. Here is the image. Can you see this image now, Mataji?
Yeah, yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Now here, see this this stem is there coming out from the navel of Lord Vishnu.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, on that on top is Lord Brahma. As you can see, this 14 planetary system are not inside the stem, rather they are supporting the stem, or they are taking the support of the stem. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So certainly, some it has been said in the Bhagavatam, and it is written by Prabhupada only that it is said that it is within the stem. But our other acharyas, especially Vishwanath Chakri Thakur and other acharyas, they do say that it is not within the stem, rather they are supported by the stem, like that. Okay.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Fine. So I think we can have one more understanding about the third Purusha. Now we have discussed two Purushas, Karodakshay Vishnu and Garbhodakshay Vishnu. Now this is Kshirodakshay Vishnu. Anybody else will like to read? What is this about him? Anyone?
I can read, Prabhu, if no one is reading.
I wish that somebody can
Yeah,
read.
if anybody.
I
Yeah.
can read, Prabhuji.
Yes, Riddhi Mataji, please read.
The third incarnation of Purusha, who resides in the heart and molecules of every living entity for the maintenance and nourishment of the creation. Garbhodakshaya Vishnu resides in the heart of all the living beings as the supersoul Paramatma and guides them back to the spiritual world. Present within every atom, he is the sustainer of the universe and the presiding deity of the mode of goodness. His abode is Dvipa, situated in the ocean of milk, Shirodaka. From the Purusha Avatara, many incarnations within this universe primarily manifest. Thank you.
You did a completely Rajdhani Express reading. Okay, no problem. Fine. So here we can see in this photo, we see Kshirodakshay Vishnu. Now, many times, Kshirodakshay Vishnu has many roles to play. His first role or major important role is he is a Paramatma in the heart of everyone. He is a Paramatma in the heart of everyone. So, first, Mahavishnu enters into each and every universes. He be called as Garhudakshay Vishnu. And the Garhudakshay Vishnu again expands himself into Kshirodakshay Vishnu, and he enters into each and every living entity's heart, or along with each and every living entity as a Paramatma. So in that way, there are unlimited Paramatma forms because each and every living entity is assisted by this Paramatma. In whichever body the living entity transmigrates, Paramatma accompanies that jiva in each and every birth. Okay, so in that way there are, so Paramatma is also called, sorry, Kshirodakshay Vishnu is also called as Paramatma. Now why it is called as Kshirodakshay? Kshira means, oh, Kshira means milk. In Sanskrit the milk is called Kshira, and Shirodaka means ocean of milk. So there is something called as ocean of milk in this universe. Okay, there is ocean of milk in this universe. If you read fifth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said that on the Bhumandala there are seven oceans, and in that seven ocean, one ocean is ocean of milk, and in that ocean of milk there is a island. That island is called Shweta Dvipa, and in that Shweta Dvipa, this Shirodakshay Vishnu resides there. That means that is a mini Vaikuntha in the material world. So in that Shweta Deepa, Lord Vishnu resides at Shirodakshay Vishnu. And whenever there is a need of incarnation, whenever there is a need of avatar to take place, generally the demigods or the devatas, they generally approach this Vishnu form. They generally approach this Vishnu form, and they pray at the border of this ocean to Lord Vishnu to please manifest, to take or help these devatas by taking incarnation. So generally we see in Ramayana also, as well as in Lord Krishna's incarnation, that when the earth is troubled by so many uh, asuric kings, so all the devatas approached to Lord Vishnu. So which place they went? They went to this Shweta Deepa, where Lord Shirodakshay Vishnu resides. So they cannot approach Garbhodakshay Vishnu. Garbhodakshay Vishnu cannot be approached by any of the mortal jiva. Only Lord Brahma can see Garbhodakshay Vishnu. Nobody else can see this Garbhodakshay Vishnu. So whenever there is a need of avatar, there is a need for Lord's manifestation or help is required or intervention is required by the Lord, that task is mostly done by this form of Lord Vishnu. That is called as Shirodakshay Vishnu. Now you will ask, then what about Prabhuji? You have said that avatar means they descends from the spiritual world. So yes, that is also true. So they manifest through this incarnation, through this form of Lord Kshirodakshay Vishnu. So whenever the Nursing avatar needs to appear, Nursing avatar from the spiritual world comes through the medium of Kshirodakshay Vishnu and takes the form of Lord Nrsingadev in the material world. So he acts like a via media for incarnation. So like that we can understand. Okay, so Kshirodakshaya Vishnu has uh, two roles to play. First, as a Paramatma in the heart of everyone, and second, whenever there is a need of intervention for maintaining and for managing the cosmic activity or the maintenance aspect of this world, it is Kshirodakshaya Vishnu that plays the role. And third, as a Guna avatar. So Guna avatar means the master of the mode of goodness. Which we heard. This is also this Mahavishnu. So in many of the Puranas, when we hear that, sometimes we hear that Lord Shiva is a supreme and Vishnu is acting as a subordinate person to Lord Shiva, or at some other place, some other demigod is considered to be supreme and Lord Vishnu is acting subordinate to him. So which form of that Vishnu is? It is this Kshirodakshaya Vishnu who plays the role of a maintainer or a personality of the mode of goodness. So he takes the role of that. So it doesn't mean that Lord Vishnu becomes subordinate. He plays the role of subordinate in all those pastimes. So it is this Mahavishnu. Whatever we have heard, or the stories which we have heard where Lord Vishnu takes part in some of the Leelas, especially the Leela of the demigods. So that Vishnu is none other than this Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. Okay? Hare Krishna. So we have discussed today three Purusha avatars: Karandakshay Vishnu, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, and Kshirodakshay Vishnu. And I hope things are a little bit clear. Any questions or any comments you like to make? Otherwise, we can stop here.
Prabhu, just one question.
Yes, Prabhu.
Like in the Bhumandala, we have 7 oceans, right? So
Right.
Garbhodak Ocean is one of those 7?
No.
No, right? Okay. It's okay.
As I have shown that photo, the Garbhodak ocean is half filled, or you can say one third filled. The whole universe is one third filled by the Garbhodak ocean, whereas this Kshirodak ocean is just among the 7 oceans on the Bhumandala.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure, bro. Thank you, bro.
Yes. Anything else?
One question, Prabhu. Prabhu,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
said Purusha Avatar, they don't have Vaikuntha planet, right?
No, I didn't say it like that. I said they play the role in the material world. They have their own embassy, just like America. In America, there is Indian embassy. Similar, in the material world, there are multiple Vaikuntha planets where Lord Vishnu resides. That is the embassy of Vaikunthas within the material world.
So in that case, let's say Kshirodaksha Vishnu resides on the
Shvetadweep.
right?
So that is
That's
also
a
Vaikuntha.
that's a Vaikuntha within material world.
Yes.
So the yogis who meditates on the Vishnu within their heart, right?
Yes.
Do they go to this Vaikuntha planet, or they go to the Vaikuntha planet outside of this material world?
Generally, the yogis who meditate on the Paramatma feature of the Lord, they doesn't achieve Vaikuntha. They generally gets liberation. That's all. Okay. So it is not that they will achieve Vaikuntha planet. For Vaikuntha planet, they need to come to the level of devotional service. So the yogis are especially a mixture of both. They can be considered as Mishra yogis or Bhakti Mishra yogis. They don't have Shuddha Bhakti at such. They are Mishra Bhakta yogis. So that's why they don't achieve Vaikuntha as such, but they do achieve liberation. They get out of this material world. They don't go into the Vaikuntha planet, just like Durvasa Muni. When we hear about Durvasa Muni running from the fear of Sudarshan Chakra, and then he goes to Vaikuntha to take help from Lord Vishnu. Which place he went? He went to the same Shirodakshai Vishnu's Vaikuntha. Sorry, not here. There is one more Vaikuntha above Brahma Loka. There are two Vaikunthas, one at Shvetadweep and one is at above. Brahma Loka also. So 2 Vaikuntha. So Durvasa went to that Vaikuntha and requested a help, but Lord Vishnu denied that. So it is not that yogi can go into Vaikuntha. They are not allowed. Even Chatushkumar also desired to enter into Vaikuntha, but they were not allowed because of they were Brahmavadis before. So even Chatushkumar, they didn't cross the material world. They went to the Vaikuntha within the material world. And there they were denied. They were not allowed to enter inside. So that means Brahmavadi or yogis, they cannot attain Vaikuntha. They can attain liberation. Is that okay, Prabhu?
Yeah, so that liberation is with the with the with the all-pervading Brahman, or
Mostly all pervading Brahman, yes.
okay,
So
okay, Prabhu.
Brahmavadis and Paramatmavadis generally enter into Brahman, or to say, all pervading aspect of the Lord.
Okay,
Only uh, those who take shelter of devotional service, like personal form of the Lord, only they can attain Vaikuntha. Okay,
yeah.
fine.
Thank you, Prabhu. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhus. Yes, I think anything else, or shall we
So
stop
just
here?
quickly, I wanted to ask:
Yes, Mataji.
did you cover this Vaikuntha in material world earlier today in the class?
No. It
This is a
just
totally new concept for me, Prabhu. What is the? And I'm little bit like disturbed also. I had never heard this. So,
yeah.
what is the reference for this?
Okay. About Durvasa Rishi going to Vaikuntha, there is in the 8th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, there is incarnation. There is one form of the Lord called Vaikuntha. There is one of the incarnation of the Lord. His name is Vaikuntha only. Okay.
Mhm.
And he is the son of sage Vikuntha. He is the son of sage Vikuntha. So it was so happened that there was once a fight between what to say, between Saraswati and Lakshmi, and they said that, oh, see, my our Brahma Loka is at the top of the creation, that is the topmost planet in the creation. Lakshmi Devi became very upset, and he requested Lord Vaikuntha that how is it that you are the supreme Lord, you must have we must have a higher loka above Brahma Loka also. So just to please Mother Lakshmi, Lord Vaikuntha created one more Vaikuntha above Brahma Loka, right? So that is so there are three Vaikuntha is there in this material world. There are three Vaikunthas. First, on in the milk ocean, which we have discussed, Shweta Deepa. Second, Dhruva Loka, which Krishna gave to Dhruva Maharaj.
Dhruva Maharaj, right?
Dhruva Loka was none other than Vaikuntha only, but it was because of the devotion of Dhruva Maharaj, Lord Vishnu gave up that Loka to Lord Dhruva, to Dhruva
To Dhruva
Maharaj.
Maharaj, right? Wow.
And the third place is above Satya Loka, called as Vaikuntha planet, where Durvasa Rishi went to take help. All this is thing mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, Mataji. Basically, 8th canto of Srimad
Eighth
Bhagavatam,
canto.
you can read
Okay.
this thing about Vaikuntha. And when there is a episode of Ambarish Maharaj and Durvasa Rishi comes, there also you can read this description.
Okay, Prabhu, I'll check it out. Thank you so much.
Yes, Mataji. Okay, Hare Krishna. I think today we have discussed many informative things. I hope it will be useful for your understanding, and we will continue to discuss more and more on this. So be ready to hear some very new things which we traditionally don't hear in other classes. Okay, fine. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
Hare
Prabhu. Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhu.
Hare
Dandavat.
Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Thank you.
Dandavat pranam.
Thank you.